I've never played games on the hardest difficulty growing up, so now I'm just trying to catch up for lost time. The first game I'm going to try to tackle is Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or COD 4. We start on the mission FNG in the United Kingdom as Sergeant Soap Matapish. And first we want to get our aim going well, good for this veteran playthrough that's about to go. Next you use some one-liners. And we go and meet Captain Price.
What the hell kind of name is Soap, eh? How a muppet like you passed selection? So it's your turn for the CQB test. Everyone else head to observation.
The CQB test is an optical course that's very familiar to a campaign mission we'll get to. And the first run I did, well, going backwards as you can see, not very good. Regular, that's not going to cut it. We're going to try to do veteran. So let's run it back. Now going through it, I kind of got it under control now.
Oh. No! Oh no, I flashed myself again! Oh, no!
Final position, go! Sprint to the finish! Fast, but sloppy.
Alright.
You need to work
One
on your
more time.
accuracy.
One more time.
Climb up the ladder if you want another go.
One more time.
Otherwise, come over to the monitors for a debrief. Hit the target! Final position, go! Sprint to the finish! All right,
What? Oh, we got it.
You'll do. Climb up the ladder if you want another go.
Perfect.
Otherwise, come over to the monitors for a debrief.
Now that we're on veteran, should be good to go. Our first mission is Crew Expendable, and with Task Force 141, we take on a Russian oil tanker in the ocean, which I think is pretty cool, especially with the rain and the swaying of the ship. It really makes it feel somewhat immersive.
I knifed! Oh no, I guess I did not. Damn, I was trying to go as far as I can without dying. Alright. We then find the package we were looking for this whole time, and turns out it's actually a nuclear warhead, and it is written in Arabic. So it gives us an idea of where this warhead might have come from.
Fast movers. This is Bravo 6, we're on our way out! On your feet, soldier! We are leaving!
We then run and have this awesome action movie type sequence, jump on the helicopter and barely pick it up, which is now just a staple in every Call of Duty really. But seeing the ship sink while we just make it out in the storm is pretty freaking cool. Here, in this side mission, we play as the President of Saudi Arabia, about to be executed by none other than Al-Assad himself. In the next mission, Blackout, you're in Russia, playing as Task Force 141 again, except instead of on a ship, we're now on land, which is really cool. And one of the things I really like about this is the night vision. I think the night vision looks so awesome. On this mission, we run and meet Sergeant Kamarov, who was the leader of the Russian insurrectionists during the civil war that's currently going on. At the moment, I unlock my interface right here with the night vision on, just sniping fools, and I gotta say, sniping feels pretty good in this game. However, we dangle him to hurry it up to find our buddy Nikolai. Now we actually use the night vision pretty cool here by shutting off the lights in this house, running through it, and eventually finding Nikolai up in the attic space. And eventually, we make our way up to the helicopter and escape safely. next mission, Charlie Don't Surf, is the first mission we play as United States Marine Corps as Sergeant Paul Jackson. In this mission, we liberate Saudi Arabia to kill al-Assad, who was the man who shot us in the beginning. And I just really like these missions playing as thing. It just looks really cool. First, we blow open this door and start our assault to go find al-Assad. I gotta say, this is the beginning where I could really feel the veteran difficulty catching up to me. So far, it's been a breeze. And it was. Until I walked outside. And, well, let's just say, I got hit pretty hard. Fighting in the streets in this mission was really difficult. It just felt like they spawned out of nowhere. And when you thought you had it, they would be right behind you this whole time. And it was a real wake-up call. Speaking of wake-up calls, one thing that really talks about it is the grenades. Defines the veteran difficulty in this game. Eventually we make our way to the TV station, the same one in Warzone, and fight through it. And this mission was so unbelievably difficult for me.
Why? It's 3, then 4, then 3, then 4 grenade. I'm so fucking sus.
Eventually I used my college degree and decided to go to the right side instead of the left side, and it was pretty beneficial for me. Eventually make it up to the top floor to just see that the whole time al-Assad was playing on pre-taped radio stations. He wasn't even in here. Well, looks like we gotta continue to try to find him. The next mission is the Bog, still playing as United States Marine Corps, this time at night running through the city of Saudi Arabia, and I do like the kind of city feel with going there. I think I'll get it down. Once again, using the night vision to see the cool lasers going around that you couldn't see with the normal vision on. It's just a really cool mission. And of course, we had our first tastes of the classic Javelin Call of Duty 4 Legend, and it's just so cool watching the missile go up and then destroyed. After running through the streets, we eventually make our way out to the Bog, and this part of the mission was a little difficult, but it was really cool seeing the trails of the RPGs, the enemies shooting everywhere, the tracers, the AA guns. Eventually we have to blow one up, and once we do that, the helicopters and the air support was able to help us out. And once we were able to do that, we can go and reconvene with the tank lead. Back in Russia with Task Force 141 is the mission Hunted. Right after we pick up Nikolai, we drive away in the helicopter. However, we get instantly shot down. Miraculously, we survive. However, we now become the Hunted with this helicopter with the floodlight. And I gotta say, it is pretty crazy. I think it's kind of scary seeing this light, but eventually we do get compromised, and, well, yeah, not great. However, we eventually make our way past the fields and into this kind of greenhouse area with this big barn area, and we take a rocket launcher and shoot down this pesky helicopter that's been hunting us this whole time. And once we shoot it down, we're able to go back to my favorite mission. This mission being Death from Above. This mission is one of my favorite Call of Duty missions. You play as an AC-130 and absolutely just rain havoc over the enemy. It's a nice difference from the one being hunted to now being the hunters, and using these 3 giant weapons and thermal vision. They can run but they can't hide, and honestly, it's just really cool, not gonna lie. And one thing I really like about it is the voice acting.
Full tank of gas. You got him. Yeah, good kill.
Honestly, just playing this, it makes you feel invincible, which is such a nice feeling after playing this on Veteran. Although we're just getting started, it's just such a cool mission and really defines the whole Modern Warfare part of the game. And eventually, we do lead the Task Force 141 to safety, meeting up back with Warpig in Saudi Arabia. Now, Warpig was the tank we originally went back to in the Bog, and it's just really cool following this tank having rockets shoot up all around us. And it was a pretty good mission, other than that. Eventually we used the environment to our advantage, using a dumpster as cover, which I thought was really funny, to make our way to the safety helicopter. We really ride in a lot of helicopters, but shock and awe is not anything different. At this time, the whole country is up in flames. We're trying to find Al-Assad, and we're just going straight shock and awe with it. And really, just using these giant grenade launchers, the rule of cool, shooting down the statue, and just a tank coming out of nowhere and crushing a car. So cool. Eventually, we help out our allies with this green smoke and a nice firefight going on here. Eventually, we make our way up to this second-story building, under construction, and then continue with a firefight. Eventually, one of the other helicopters go down, so we have to save the pilot. And by some miraculous grace of God, I survived this, which is still crazy to me. But one thing I don't survive is this.
Contamination centers are being established at this time, and they'll be operational within 2 hours.
That was crazy. Almost as crazy as this next mission, Safe House in Azerbaijan, which, if anybody was wondering, it's right here on the map. This mission was so unbelievably difficult. We were stuck in this house for so long. If you don't know this, there's 2 other houses based on a hill and a church that you have to fight through, and it's just super annoying to get through. It really is. I did not like this mission at all on Veteran. Very difficult. And eventually we made our way up, and then the stupid freaking dog got me. Unbelievable. I don't believe it at all. Eventually we made our way up to some of the other houses on top. And using a shotgun, I was able to breach and clear my way throughout the houses. Eventually able to find Al-Assad himself. And after some interrogation, we get a phone call, kill Al-Assad, and make our way to find the new antagonist.
Zakhaev. Imran Zakhaev.
15 years ago in the past, we are all gillied up, playing this time as Lieutenant Price in Pripyat, Ukraine, near Chernobyl, where the nuclear fallout happened. And this mission is, I think, another classic. It has to be. The dull colors, the blending in with the ghillie suits, the cool stealth vibe to it. Honestly, it's really cool. Eventually, we find ourselves in a field where we have to sit there and wait for an entire legion to walk right past us. And, well, yeah, this mission was very difficult on my first playthrough. Even as a kid, I was never very good at this. However, on the second try, I do get it, and we spend a majority of the time just walking prone through all the dead grass and grayness that's around us, to eventually find ourselves in this cool action sequence where we have to time up shots as a sniper, and then all of it just kind of disappears, where now we're running under trucks and running away. Eventually we get hit with this other classic one-liner.
50,000 people used to live in the city. Now it's a ghost town. Never seen anything like it.
Eventually we make our way up to this hotel slash meeting area, and for us to take out Zakhaev.
Enemy transport sighted entering the target area.
I was about to take the shot, and then, well, what are the odds? I could not believe my luck with this. Eventually, I made sure the helicopter was not there, and took second try. Eventually we don't be so stealth again, and they just blow up everything. Now, it's a different kind. The freaking dogs. I hated the dogs in this game. Oh my god, these dogs. But eventually I transitioned to my inner Joseph Joestar and just run away. And eventually, it worked. I got that coveted checkpoint reached. That is so nice. Eventually, we shoot down a helicopter with these snipers. And of course, my man's is just standing there and gets his leg crushed by an entire helicopter. Great. Now we gotta carry him around, and that's no fun. Eventually, he goes down, take him to the extraction point, which is where the classic Ferris wheel is. Take down some claymores and get ready for the siege. And the siege really wasn't too bad, but by some grace of God, once again, the COD gods were with me. I did not die here. I wasn't even touched. Eventually get him down, and then try to make my way back up, and there's another guy right there who almost gets me too, and somehow I still live. And eventually we make it back to a helicopter once again to safety. Wow, what a mission. Now back to present day. Obviously the insurrectionists are super mad about Al-Assad's death. So the next mission, Heat, instead of now attacking the place, we are now defending, which is a really cool twist on everything. You get to go ahead and kind of lay down booby traps and use a freaking minigun, which is so cool. I really like this part of the mission, but that's about all I liked about it. At the end, we had to go to this field for evac, and turns out, nope, we gotta turn around and go all the way back to where we came, which was super difficult because there was a lot of enemies and not a lot of cover. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to run through, use smokes, and then just get absolutely smoked myself. It was so difficult, and I hated it with every fiber of my body. This is my least favorite mission. It just was not fun, and even with the airstrikes they provided, honestly, did not help whatsoever. Maybe it's a skill position, I don't know. But eventually I just threw a couple smokes and did what I always do in this game, and run till I just make the checkpoint. Eventually, it did work. It didn't matter though, because I immediately just got popped. It was bad. It was not fun at all. After a couple more tries of trial and error, which is really just what this mission was all about, I eventually made my way all the way down to the evac point, which was by a gas station, and died. Even if I got the checkpoint, still died. But this time, I didn't, and eventually was able to surprisingly away and find a helicopter, believe it or not, to take me away from this god-awful mission. Absolutely horrible, 0 out of 10, do not. Now that Al-Assad is down, we are now going to target Zakayev's next big man, his son. That brings us to Sins of Our Father. We're playing as Soap. We are going to be able to basically commit a war crime in order to get his son. We dress up as the occupying Russians and have a little break, and then we just go ham and try to take him out. Eventually, after getting some points on his license, he hits the guard post tower and we fall down. But we're able to survive, see him, dodge some bullets, and run away. So you know what that means? We gotta chase him down to this old, decrepit hotel. And with the help of an attack helicopter, once again, we need to fight our way through the hotel, dodging bullets, and eventually make our way all the way up to get him. We eventually corner him on a roof where he surrenders, but unfortunately we lose him in the process. Now that he's understandably pissed about all this, it's just him, and he's got nukes now. So, now for Ultimatum, it is now our time to stop those nukes. And this mission is a lot like the first one we did, Blackout, but there's snow this time, so that's really cool. Don't know what happened here, but the footage corrupted, but died 7 times, so. Now we're in this kind of abandoned factory area within the Russia. and we just kind of walk around sniping, running from grenades, the whole 9 yards in veteran. But eventually continuing on with the GOAT, Dragunov, we're able to make our way to see that we launched the nukes. Great. What are we going to do? Seeing that New Jersey is going to be absolutely demolished, we got to stop this thing. That brings us to All In. The United States and Task Force 141 are coming together to stop Al-Assad and take out the nukes, which fighting ensues in the scrapyard with the Dragunov, and eventually we try to take out not one, but 2 tanks using C4. And with the help of smoke grenades, we're able to run in and out, no problem whatsoever. Then, with our trusty Dragunov, once again, maybe not that trusty, still the GOAT though, we eventually make our way to the missile silos. And, well, when we say the opposition was fierce in this mission, it was extremely fierce. Run around with smoke grenades or M4 and the Dragunov. It was quite difficult to make our way all the way over there, but we did it. And what remained was more opposition and 2 more tanks that we had to take out. So, love that. But after running around and using not only an RPG, but also using C4 once again, we're able to take out both the tanks and are ready to now to make our descent to finally stop these nukes once and for all. No fighting in the war room. Now that we're underground within the missile silos, we get to do this cool Mission Impossible-esque kind of feel, running through the vents upstairs and trying to sneak through our way. Which, as for one of the final missions in the game, that kind of all built up to this, I thought it was a pretty cool way to kind of enter that we're now attacking. Now that we're caught, we have the sirens blaring and a timer. Another thing that this game loves to give us. And let me tell you, with these close quarters was not easy at all. Running around, trying to use both the stuns and the guns they gave us, it was super difficult, especially when they were throwing grenades, which of course in veteran, what's new? Eventually we make our way up past the first spot to this kitchen area where we continue the fight through a lot of opposition. Doesn't look like they're giving up anytime soon. After hordes and hordes of enemies, it feels like we're just continuing deeper and deeper down in the silo, and within that, more and more enemies are here to face us. Going deeper, we make our way through this little area where there's a bunch of boxes, but it's extremely close quarters once again. And yeah, it's just one big loop. Back to the kitchen, back to the stairs. It's just very mentally taxing and very difficult. But for the final mission, I don't mind it. Continuing on fighting through the kitchen, once again, I think you can see that there's a pattern going on here. Eventually make our way down to the 4th part of it, which I get absolutely destroyed. However, I don't know if it's because the 3rd time, but we get a checkpoint reached. Finally, we don't have to see that cursed. After that, we get popped almost immediately in this next section. It's gonna be rough. And back at it again, pop once again, over and over, to eventually our saving grace, checkpoint reached. I've never been more happy of reaching a checkpoint map. Once we make our way down to the bottom, seems like we're at a dead end, but not quite. What we have to do now is just blow open this door, because those launch codes are real close to us. After blowing up the door, one more firefight ensues within the control room, and from there, we're able to finally take control of the launch codes, and the world is saved. But our job's not done. We now have to go back through to where we came from. Another firefight ensued, more grenades. This mission is not easy. We eventually make our way to a garage where the last firefight ensues before we're able to finally get an escape vehicle and head the hell out of here. Which leads to our final mission in the game, Game Over, where we hijack one of their trucks and just try to survive, running through Russian traffic, going crazy. Perfect final mission for us. But once there, we make our way to a bridge just to get blown up by this helicopter that's been following us for the entire time. Still alive, we're able to make our way through the destroyed bridge and try our best to make it back on top for safety. From there, we eventually make it back up, but also the Russians did. So, fighting for our lives once again, these Russians, for the same helicopter to go and blow us up again.
Griggs. Yes. Oh, stupid helicopters going over this. We'll be alright though. We'll be alright. Pistol. Darkness. We gonna make it. Griggs is gonna make it. He's one of the main characters. We're good. Don't know how we're getting out of here. Pulls out the LMG. Hell yeah. So awesome. Oh! No. No. Yeah, I thought it was less than. Oh, shit. This one's always still that. Thank you! Oh my gosh, the helicopter is doing us so much good. Oh, this is one of ours. Same helicopter, interesting. Price. Done. Oh, perfect. Here we go, here we go. Headshot. Pow. Headshot. Pow. And headshot. Oh, headshot.
Eventually, we are rescued by who other than our man, Sergeant Kamarov, the second mission. We gonna make it out of here. All in all, I thought it was really cool, and as a first-time veteran, yeah, I'll do it again.